Hi, this is, I believe, my 59th video. Uh, I just want to make videos as much as I can before I'm not able to. This is because videos have definitely helped me to maintain a level of understanding and not subscribe and identify with the disgusting things they do to me. These manipulations are non-stop. But I make the same videos. I make videos in regard of the manipulation because I know target individuals have to deal with this stuff non-stop. And these perps that lives around that are around with all the different facades they have. And I've heard the different facades. Some people have perps that try to play this like group of good doers protecting the neighborhood, the community, when in reality they are disgusting operators or contractors from the government that are meant to break people down and make them accept. They will move around the neighborhood and do some horrible things and manipulations and try to make people believe that they're some good people, but they're trash. The human trash, that trash are the human. And so you got to be strong. For me, they're very repetitive with what they say. They quote unquote warn. Is the warning is not just to make you it's not to warn you, like I said. It's more to stress you and give you anxiety ahead of the time. They're not here to do any good. They're here to make sure that you suffer in a horrible way. But they are also say things like, you're gonna pray for it. For me, it's like you're gonna pray for death, right? And let me just say that I've prayed a lot since then, and my prayers, and it's not to say I'm not perfect. Listen, I am somebody who's not perfect, but I do believe in God, and something I've been praying, especially now when they keep warning me about praying for it, is to pray to thank God that I didn't have to live their life. These people are they are trash as trash can be, but they are trying to maintain something else. Very bottom feeders. And I'm not talking about the status in regard of financial status, but just the fact that they're just doing this and they know that I'm not subscribing to this. And on top of that, I've been validated with a lot of things, including some of the patterns that have shown what they're trying to make me subscribe to is what really they are involved in, and what they the people who are in charge have those real patterns that they're trying to implant in me. So to all my target individuals, stay strong, right? Sometimes this technology is extremely sophisticated, and I keep saying these people around you that can say things in certain ways, and you are shocked that they are able to. Don't be shocked by the people. These people are and not the most. I hear them like via the V2K. The V2K can give a sense of mystique. It's amazing. It's a technology that can literally make you hear them without them being around you. Right? This is technology at the highest level, but the other level is the synthetic telepathy that actually has your brain completely repatterned and controlled and manipulated. I know this is the sci-fi stuff that people are having issues believing. By this points, as you're a target individual, you know that this is something that's been ongoing for a while. It's just you're one of the subject of these manipulations, and this is as crazy as it sounds. I'm past the phase of of trying to explain that this thing exists. Yes, it's been ongoing for a long time. I'm one of so many. I'm not special, and it's going to continuously happen to me and to others. So, why am I making a video today? Um, I'm making a video today because I just want to show how disgusting these people are. You know, these people are involved, have participated, or this program is involved and participated in some of the vilest things on earth. These people have nothing. There's nothing to lose. Nothing. There is simply nothing to lose. They literally sold their soul to something, to some entity. This is disgusting, and this is why I'm praying now and thank God that I didn't have to do this, because with what they do, you understand how this technology is such an amazing technology, and even the people who really are the people behind this technology and the architecture of this technology are very sadistic, but also very aware of how society function, how to control society, and how to manipulate and have people be involved in something so disgusting to the point where they're so compromised, there's no going back. You have to, at this point, they're so compromised, you better make it work for yourself. So they end up tricking themselves into think that it's normal. So they normalize the most disgusting things. And at this point, it's beyond normalized because you see a whole family be involved. And I'm not the only one saying that. You see the whole family be involved in targeting, starting them very young, which is good for this program because then they grow up to be perps that have been completely normalizing these things. So, and as I'm saying that, you know, if you can only imagine what my thoughts or disturbing thoughts that are being planted in my head, it would be crazy. Um, but I'm making this video now, and also I have to be honest. I understand that they're literally breaking me down. Who knows how long do I have to even be completely functional? And so I'm making these videos now. I'm trying to make it as understandable as possible because it's hard to understand. But when you know, if you're aware of being a target individual, you know these people have control of your mind in so many these crazy ways, and they they don't do good things to you. They do not make you think in a good way. They're gonna make sure that torment is happening all the time, and however they can torment you. So to all the target individual, um, I want to talk today about how they are truly are so disgusting that they will force you to have disgusting perceptions. I've talked about it. They have these ways of manipulating your thoughts to create perceptions. They can make you perceive things in such a disgusting way. It also shows the level of this sophistication of this technology. Complete control of your brain to the point of making you see things in a way that is not something you would see naturally. I've said it many times. Some are extremely insane. Some are more extreme than others. Like they can do a lot of things with your perception. A lot of things. A lot. But of course, it's gonna be perverse to the pedophilia ways. That's why I detest anything children with children around or children in involved around because they're gonna create perceptions that are so disgusting. Now, I just had this disgusting perception of something so sad. As I'm saying that, they're making me lightheaded. It's gonna be hard for me to speak, so I'm gonna stay strong and continue this regardless of the condition of what I'm going through. Um, so as said before, I make video. Matter of fact, their studies working on something on me that is so degrading because I'm gonna show what they're trying to manipulate. As we know, not too long ago there was a shooting once again in a school. Kids died, and as I'm saying that, they are doing horrible things to me in a perverted way, and they're trying to block me from saying this and counter what I'm saying. So disgusting. Uh, but they like to call it "we at war." Like I said, these people find ways to make themselves believe that what they do is okay because some reason. So they somehow created this storyline for themselves to do what they do. That they are war. They are not a war. This is purely human experimentation. These people might be a war with the conscious, or maybe it's more of a game than a war. But I'll call it more like research and development than war. They are trying to break somebody at any cost, and they want people to just can't lose it, lose their sense of just losing it. Here, this is disgusting, but this is what they do. I'm not even gonna try to look too much into it, like, but you see this. I don't know if this is capturing. This is a thumbnail of a group of kids that got together and went to pay their respect to the kids that died at that school shooting that happened not too long ago. You see this? You see a group of girls, look like elementary, maybe middle school max, um, and you see their dress in uniform, school uniform. The way they made me perceive these kids, they have the ability to create perception of a sexual nature. And the way they do this with me is, listen, I'm not perfect. I do, I could find web. I have looked at a woman in a sexual way. What they're doing is they're trying, or what they do is they try to find ways for me to start perceiving these kids the way I would perceive a woman. And so they will try to make, and this is all in the brain. This is how sophisticated this technology is. I know it sounds so crazy, but what this is about. This is what it does. It can literally do all these things. And please ignore my eyes. It's just they do things to my eyes. It's crazy. I'm telling you, that's why I'm making these videos. Soon, they keep telling me they're gonna make me, I'm gonna lose my eyes, and I did notice that my bone structure changing around my eyes, and one of my eye is changing, like it's just kind of not moving as well, and it seems like something's gonna happen to my eyes. So, um, the way they force you to perceive people in a sexual matter is they would, as a man or as a woman, the way you will look at a man or a woman and create perceptions of that nature. But these little kids, they don't have, there's nothing womanly about them, but they try to perceive things, make you perceive them in a way that you could create a perception that is womanly. It's so disgusting. It's so disturbing. It's so disturbing. This little kids are just little kids. They've done it many times. But the saddest part is these kids are going to pay respect to this kid that died. Those children, those, and they were trying to make me look at them in every fashion to try to create a perception that is sexual about these kids, and it was disgusting. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Like, oh my gosh, they are literally, my brain is going, and because they're creating my this perception, I'm like, what is going? Is It was insane. I couldn't believe it. Of course, what I do is when they do these things, I screenshot, put in a folder, and save in a folder where it's called disgusting manipulation of some sort. Because what happened is, this is how disgusting these people are. Once they force you to have this disgusting perception, they will come back to those perception months later, make you mess with you, and start tormenting you with the manipulations they've made you, the manipulation they had you have of the perceptions. The manipulation they had you have, the perception they made you have, they come back and they get you, they torment you about this. And my neighbors, of course, disgusting. They come and make noise campaign and slam the doors and slam this and that and do all this nice, and then they scream, and then you're gonna die, then you're gonna do this, because they want you to start identifying and feeling guilty for the things they do to you. It's so disgusting. And they call you a bum. They're gonna say you're gonna be a bum. They try to. You hear honking. You hear, like, they really, like, try to like make you feel so nervous about the things they do to you. It's so disgusting. But to all my target individuals, this is all the tactics. That's like this pure gaslighting and tactics used to make somebody identify to this nastiness. So when I make these videos, you understand this perps don't like that. It makes it even worse for me because they like, oh, you're not, oh, no, you better identify with this thing. You better accept this thing as if it's you. You better. Oh no, just stop messing with my organs. And then they use these menacing um, voices, right? These people, if you see them, it's a joke. They start using this meaningful, like just so you can identify. It's like then you're gonna die. And for me, they're warning me of some of the worst torture. But I know that they want to do this, and they will probably do it because I am saying things like that. They want like I'm not subscribing to this, and not only I'm not subscribing to this, I'm calling them for what they are: human trash, low lives that would do these things to people, and then try to make them identify with the things they manipulate. Like, listen, I'm not perfect, but I'm so thankful in my life that I did not get involved in this thing. And let me say, I don't think it's complicated to be part of that. And maybe I'm just thankful that I didn't even be, or I've not been around these people, or I didn't have people working in this because maybe I could have been one of them. Because they think this, they normalized it. I don't think I'm special in a sense that I'm superhuman, but I'm special because thankfully I didn't get to be involved in this disgusting pedophilia centric thing. These people have completely normalized pedophilia to the point where they're okay using it to break people down. And as I'm saying that, they keep saying you because I'm saying I'm not identifying. I'm saying these people have normalized these kind of things. And so when I say that, you hear these people via V2K tell me what the horrible things you're gonna do to me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. You're gonna hang yourself. You're gonna all that. You lose your eyes. We're gonna castrate you. We mind you, just because they know that I'm not subscribing. It's like no, you're gonna be in. Yes, I'm not surprised that they could even torture me to accept these things as if it's happening, as if it's organically happening. I know it's never gonna happen, and they're like, it's over. It's been over. Once you're in the program, really, there's not a lot much you can do. And I'm not the type of person who's trying to walk around, try to survive, and like I'm not fearful of death. I just one thing is I don't want to let them think that I've ever subscribed to this nastiness, to this nasty pedophilia centric things they do to people. So they can trick themselves however they want. This is not war. You are supposed to break me down and then make me accept this persona you've created. While you are filled with pedophiles in those agencies. This technology is amazing. And there's no way I can I'm not gonna beat this overriding of my thoughts. I'm not a super like I said, I'm by myself, I'm isolated, I'm not moving around, I'm like I'm just there. For sure. But I know the impact of hearing testimonies and knowing that you're not alone in the sense of you might be alone in the sense that there's nobody around you with you, but you're not alone in the sense that others are going through the same thing. And with me, right, I'm in the city, New York City. Do you know that there's so many like the mainstream, the large, it's the mainstream things here, the norm here, everybody wants to present themselves as these politically correct individuals, right? But that which is nothing wrong with that. But when you see these people who've tried to make themselves this like create this facade, it makes you like you start detesting this kind of people. But I understand that this bad people in all kind of ways. They can change this facade. Tomorrow can be the most conservative. It can be like so. I look at them as you just a weak individual, and you're not. Your persona is not making me subscribe to this disgusting shit. Sorry, disgusting stuff. To all my target individual, it's horrible, but you are much better than them. I just want you to understand that regardless of whatever circumstance you go through, this pain, this torture is I do not want it. But man, I could have been living like them. I could have been just hey, going to grab my coffee for the morning, have a regular routine like anybody else, then go back and start working, moving to, on the couch or wherever it is, and they try to do something else or go on the desk. You see my desk in my apartment or the apartment I mean for the purpose of tormenting the next person and start breaking this person down with some pedophilia ways of thinking. Try to find ways to manipulate somebody to think in this pedophilia way. Stimulate them toward children and try to make them accept that. And then pretend that, oh no, hey, we're doing this for this woman. Pay for this woman. Pay for this person. While I'm in a program that is killing and torturing women. And I could be torturing this woman if she was put in this program. So just understand that you're lucky. As I'm saying that they're trying to go in, some of them are trying to talk about, people that they say I've harmed, I've done this. And I'm like, listen, do not use them. I will not allow you to do this. You who tortured all these women, you who involved in this program that does such a horrible things to women. Nope, can't do that. Can't let you go there. No. First of all, you're here just doing this to me, to our children. You think I'm going? I know what you will do to that person and their children. So with your scenarios and storylines or what you're trying to make yourself believe you're doing, knowing what you could do to this woman, I'm not gonna let you live the fantasy. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. Another thing I want to call out, um, when they do these things like they did with this those kids and try to create this perception, they start trying to stress you out in different fashions. So I work, right? I work from the office. They perps, of course. I know that the second I start working there. Uh, and, I mean, when I mean the perps, they're not. They're perps because I'm there. They are perp to me, but they are also actual employees there, right? There are people who have employed me, quote unquote, so I can be the target individual and they can do whatever benefits. I don't know what kind of financial benefits or whatever benefit they got, but they hired me after I was a target individual, and they, I guess, done things to me and involved in my targeting one way or another. And so when they do these disgusting things, they jump in and just they jump in and try to manipulate and try to make rile me up because I know it's not happening. So I know it's not me, and they just like ask me random questions. They do this and they do and try to kind of stress me out a little bit, not a little bit, but stress me out to just kind of like get me to identify to this thing. It's just a frustrating thing. They just make you want to. They want you to lose your stuff, and you gotta be strong. You know, you gotta be strong. So I think now the phase is that they're gonna go to the this torture phase, right, where I'm gonna feel more pain, physical pain, or pain that is like physically painful than psychological, because the psychological portion is annoying, it's disgusting, it's disturbing, it actually can break me and have close to break me, but I've been so validated that it can't, like, as much as it's breaking me, disgusts me, manipulate, the validation is strong. And so the next phase is just to push to the physical aspect of the torture, as in being tortured remotely, physically, or also maybe in person, but also incorporate with the mental torture. Like, so they're gonna crank it up. But I've said a lot that they don't like to hear. I've seen them for what they are. They wanted me to see them as something else, and that's not working anymore. And And so that's that. So to all my target individual, please maintain strength. Um, I one thing I like to one thing I just made some note because this thing they just happened not too long ago. One thing they like to do is because they know my brain is so influenceable, manipulatable. One thing they like to do is I can look at something and they try my brain just captures it, which is them doing it, and make me start rationalizing in this way. They like to say, oh, what we're doing, we're not manipulating your perceptions, we're just matching with something. Yes, you are matching in a sense that you're trying to you force me to perceive these kids like I will perceive a woman. These kids are not even teenagers. Like that's how young these kids are, or about that, like preteen, maybe just early teen max, but that young, very young, little kids, and to make me perceive them in a sexual. Do you know in this picture? Do you know the way they were trying to create this in a sexual matter? So, did you? I don't even know if I'm not even gonna say it because it's just too disgusting. But let's just say that they will take something where there's adult content related and apply that onto to these little kids. It's just so nasty on these kids. It's just nasty. And it's just nasty. I don't know what to say, and it's crazy that and then like no, we matched. It's just so it's almost on the spectrum, and that's why they use childlike people. So to and when us and they really say we match and I'm supposed to be like wow that's true. So to all my target individuals, understand these low life pedophiles. That's what I call them because uh, they're not pedophiles in the sense that they are um, doing things to kids in the personal life or whatever. At least not. I will not think that the perps that are directly doing this to me. Maybe they are, but they're doing pedophilia things in regard of my tormenting to the point where they would make me look at these kids in this sexual way and try to implant some sexual ways of thinking, looking at them, and then create and try to make me rationalize what they just did to me with this nonsensicalness. And you hear people outside screaming, "Oh, okay!" Like they try to make you accept these things. It is a joke. It's such a joke. And so, to all my target individual, um, be strong. Be strong. You'll be really tested, not even tested, but manipulated to the point of, I don't want to say the word, but mental retardation. Almost to that level, the rationality of a mentally retarded individual. And I'm sorry if this is not a PC word, but that's almost where it sounds like. Like it's just so. Be strong to all my target individual. Understand you're lucky. You're lucky in the sense that you don't have to be the one having to do the things that they do. It's humiliating to them, and they don't like that, and so they don't like me talking about it like that because I am saying that they sound almost like they're mentally retarded. Of course they're not. They're just gaslighting me to accept this nonsensical rationale to the manipulations, and they want me to become and to have this rationality of of mentally retardations at this point. It's sad, and and really I don't mean to insult anybody because mental retardation is is people are dealing with this in a real way, but me is something where they want me to think in this spectrum like way to rationalize the manipulations. So be strong and don't subscribe to it. Understand that justice will definitely be done for what they're doing to us, and In the meantime, show them the dignity that they'll never have. Thank you and stay strong.